What's good with it, Black Goose TV family, man? Double salute. As always, your boy Fluenceboxing is back in the building once again. Happy Wednesday to the people. Nothing but blessings, positivity. You know what I'm saying? I'm sending out just straight good vibes to everybody out there. Anyone who's going to come across this. Nothing but love as always, man. Nothing but love, nothing but love. We in the middle of the weekend. We almost to the weekend, so that's a good thing. That's a great thing, in my personal opinion. That's an amazing thing. With all that being said, you know me. I keep it 110%. 110%. Y'all already know, man. The future look bright. You feel me? And I got some plans. You know what I'm saying? The double salute. We might have to get something going with that. We might have to get something going with the 110%. But for real, I always keep it 110%. Like I'm not even gonna cap to y'all. I was not planning on. Um, I wasn't really planning on going live tonight. I thought I was gonna take a break. I was like, let me take a day off. Let me chill. Let me just, you know what I'm saying? When I get back to the crib, let me watch whatever I want to watch. You know what I'm saying? Sit in the bed, relax. Because, we've had some fire lives the last couple of days. Um, and so I was like, man, and remember, one of my New Year's resolution is starting earlier with the lives so I can get a little bit more sleep. But not even that, but really starting earlier so it can be more of a long format type live. So it doesn't seem to have to be quick where I got to log off. Because, usually I used to start at like 11, 11:30, all that good stuff. I'm not going to keep, repeating the same thing because I feel like I always say this in every live. But um, today I was like, man, I'm gonna chill. I've been up mad late last couple of nights with the lives, you know what I'm saying? Going into work mad early, kind of sleepy. Like, let me chill tonight. Let me just watch something. Let me not worry about nothing. We can get back at it tomorrow because tomorrow, what I'm saying, the Lakers playing. You already know I'm gonna go live for that tomorrow. So like, let me chill back for a minute. But like, no cap, no cap. I'm just, watching whatever I'm watching right on YouTube, and then in my YouTube feed an Adrien Broner interview pop up. And I'm like, this must be old, right? And then I look and I'm like, wait, is that Adrien Broner on Fresh and Fit? And I click on that jet and I'm like, that's today. And y'all know anything AB, I'm watching, I'm covering. So it was almost like I was conflicted with myself. I was like, all right, I can go ahead and just watch this AB interview right now to myself, or I can watch it in real time with the family. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all care or not, but I was like, let me just go ahead and hop on live. Shoot, I wasn't planning to hop on live, but I'm like, I might as well. I never expected AB to be on Fresh and Fit. Um, I'm interested to see how this dynamic even goes because I'm like, does Fresh and Fit even know who AB is and like what his career is and all that good stuff? So I'm like, remember I reacted to a AB interview last week, and I thought that was a pretty fire interview in the podcast. It wasn't a very popular podcast, but I thought that interview was fire. They did their homework. They asked great questions. Some of the questions were repetitive, but overall, I really enjoyed the interview. And one thing I'm really enjoying right now, or I won't even say enjoying, but one thing I'm appreciating watching AB, at least especially in that last interview, watching him get ready for this Ivan Redcash fight. Like he's really focused. He's focused. He looks to be on point when it comes to his weight. He looks to be in great shape. Not only that, yeah, I'm gonna be interested to see, the narrative of BLK Prime at the end of this year if they continue to make these fights and not only make these fights, but put a what's a good word for it? Put a spotlight on boxers who all of us have a lot of love for, or some have a lot of hate for, whatever the case may be, but they're misrepresented. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the first card that they put on was Terrence Crawford, David Abiasan. Terrence Crawford is the most misrepresented, misunderstood boxers in the game right now. Does not get the love he deserves. He got nothing but hate for taking that a deal with BLK Prime. He got nothing but hate afterwards. I dropped a video where BLK Prime says they exceeded expectations. There's if y'all go look at that video, there's nothing but hate in that comment. So comment section saying BLK Prime just lost money, all this type of stuff. But it's interesting to me. I'm like, if they lost money, how is it they're still moving forward with this card, with Ivan Redcash versus Adrien Broner? And it must be, the payday must be real. The money must be legit. Something must be being touched when it comes to the greenery, because AB is looking legit as ever, focused as ever, on point, on weight. And not only that, like what I do love right now is you can tell AB is basically on a press run, right? And it's an unorthodox press one that I think is fire, and I think that BLK Prime is going to change the game if they can continue doing what they do. Is because AB is taking an unorthodox way of the press run, but it's not unorthodox. It's kind of the new wave of what you want to do when it comes to promoting certain things, especially when it comes to sports, right? You can go on podcasts that are popular on YouTube. You can even go on podcasts that aren't that popular on YouTube, get a niche fan base. Like that's kind of the new wave of promoting rather just than what we're used to when it comes to the PBCs, the top ranks, and the zones of the world, where you just, you're doing press conferences and, you're doing press runs and all that type of stuff. It's like, I like how BLK Prime, well, I don't know if they planned this, but they're like, yo, AB, you promote this fight however you want. You build it up however you want. And it just seems, at least from the outside looking in, AB's always been in tune with the streets. AB's always been in tune with what's going forward, always been in tune in the best way to kind of present himself and how to represent himself, in the sense of whether you like it or not, you're paying attention. And I like that he's doing this route where, last week he had that interview with, like I said, with that podcast that I did a reaction to, or I watched it. Y'all check that out. It was a fire interview. And now, in my feed, it just so pops up. He on Fresh and Fit. And Fresh and Fit is one of the most popular, controversial YouTube channels right now. So I'm really interested to see how this goes. So I wanted to watch that. Also got in the title, obviously, Errol Spence, permanently at 154. I don't know if I'm going to get to that topic. I kind of just put that in there in the case, I'm saying, anybody does hop up in here tonight and they want to do some debates, they want to do a panel, they want to talk, that'll probably be something that we can talk about, but that's definitely not going to be the main point, at least for the first part of this particular live. I don't know how long I'm going to be on live. Like I said, I didn't even plan to do it. But, I saw this AB interview. I was like, I'm going to watch it anyways tonight. I might as well just go ahead and watch it, I'm saying, with the family, whether you guys join me live, whether you guys watch it afterwards, whatever the case may be. I was like, it only makes sense. We might as well do that. So with that being said, man, if y'all hop in here tonight, if y'all hop in here tomorrow, if y'all hop in here a year from now, just make sure you hit the like button below, man. Help your boy get into the algorithm. Hey, man, speak it, believe it, receive it. I said we doing consistent content every single day. I said I wasn't going to do nothing today, but, look where I'm at now. Look, we here now. So apparently, if you speak it and you believe it, you might receive it. So, I thought I wasn't going to do nothing, but we're going to be watching this AB interview. And then maybe a little bit later, we can talk about Errol Spence possibly staying at 154. But, I'm mad interested to see how this interaction is going to go with AB being on Fresh and Fit. It's going to be interesting, man. So once again, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If not part of the family, notification gang. And if you come up in here a little bit later and you got something to say, get into the comment section. We ain't never offended. I want to hear your opinion. Y'all already know what it is. Much love to the people. Let's go ahead. Let's get right into it. No reason to stall anymore, man. Let's get right into this thing.
Good podcast, man. Quick announcement before we get into the show, guys. Number one, rumble.com/freshfit. As you guys know, content like this typically always gets censored and or taken off the internet. So before we get canceled, guys, check us out over there.
And I might fast forward through some things because unlike the other interview I watched last week, it was just strictly about boxing. It was strictly to AB. I'm not sure how this is going to be, a more popular podcast that has nothing to do with boxing at all. I'm interested how they're going to construct this, but I want to salute AB being very creative when it comes to promoting this fight with Ivan Redcash. I'm very interested to see what the pay-per-view numbers is going to do for this, because everyone was talking a lot ahead about Terrence Crawford pay-per-view numbers, why they didn't release it. I wonder what the pay-per-view numbers with AB is going to do. Is he still a big draw? We're going to find out.
So in case we do, y'all know where to find it.
He fights in February, by the way.
Also, freshandfit.locals.com, guys, from locals.com or also fresh. Go ahead. University.
Right now, so I'm proud because listen, we all know AB, man, flamboyant boxer, goes crazy, says what he wants. But I like to change a lot, bro. What's new with AB?
Right now, AB's more focused on my career, my family, and just finishing the right way. I've done damn near everything that you can do out here as a celebrity or whatever, the way people look at me. But yeah, right now, I'm just more focused on my career than anything.
How would you describe yourself in 3 words? Or can you?
Can I describe me in 3 words?
Yeah. Who's AB?
That nigga.
Okay. All right, bet. So question, bro. If there's a boxing, right?
That's a crazy way to start off an interview with a four-time division world champion, one of the best to ever do it. You want to say, describe yourself in 3 words. So already this interview's kind of starting off shaky. Like, remember the other interview I watched, their subscribers, I think they only had like 600, 700 subscribers, but you can tell they were prepared. You can tell they was ready with the questions. Already starting off right now. I'm like, describe yourself in 3 words. Come on, bro.
How does one begin the journey of boxing? Because obviously it's not easy, of course. It's a commitment. How do you start in boxing?
Well, I started at 6, so you know, it's a lot of guys that's good right now, and 9 times out of 10 they started at about 6 to 8. And from there, it's just something about boxing. Once you start, you just don't stop, and I just been there ever since.
And when it comes to like boxing itself and men in the sport, we don't talk about this a lot, but dating comes into it very well. So, for example, recently we had Javante Davis with an accusation saying he, hit his girl, right?
Yeah.
And luckily she came out and said, "Hey, I was lying, it wasn't true." So he was kind of saved in that sense. But that sting on his reputation is still there. How is it dating in boxing? Because obviously it's not easy, bro. You're a celebrity. Girls want you for what you got sometimes, and it's like tough. How's dating for you?
Well, for me, I don't know how it is for other people and other boxers, but for me, it's different. I'm gonna be honest, because I'm different. So, I'm different, bro. I really can't explain it, but I know I'm not a regular person that you can just wake up and be with every day. You gotta get used to it, or
The lifestyle.
you gotta get or you gotta be open to new things, because I know I'm different. I'm fucked up for real, probably. I don't know.
You ever had a breakup that maybe messed up before a fight, or for example, you hooked on a girl, she broke up with you, damn, I'm about to do a fight right now.
See, I'm fucked up in a way that if I ever break up with somebody, I look at it like, bitch, that's your loss. That you losing.
So right off the bat, y'all, I'm not even gonna cap. It's gonna be a different interview. And that's why I said I was interested to see. Cause I'm like, fresh and fitting, they don't talk sports, none. Like Myron, he says on a daily basis, he don't even watch sports. So it's like I was interested to see how they gonna kind of tie in this interview. I still think it's smart on AB's side because you're basically putting yourself on one of the biggest platforms on YouTube right now. So you're probably gonna get a lot of eyes on you who didn't know about you, which can translate into his fight with BLK Prime. Um, but it's crazy that somehow and maybe it may change a little bit later in the interview, but it's crazy that they started it off making this about dating rather than about boxing. But we'll see. So far, I ain't even gonna cap to you. Compared to the other interview, this is trash so far. So let's see if I can even make it through this whole thing, because I ain't finna watch this if they're gonna be asking relevant questions like this. We can get straight into the Errol Spence drama. You know what I'm saying?
Because I'm gonna go out here and I'm still gonna be Adrien Broner. You're just gonna be Adrien Broner's ex.
Big facts.
So, breaking up with me, you gonna lose. I ain't losing nothing.
So let me ask you this: how do you choose a girl that you want to date?
It gotta be, and I'm gonna tell you some real shit. I've been with some of the baddest women in the world. I've been with, a lot of women. I'm not bragging, but I'm just saying, and most of the women that I fell in love with, or that I really gave my space, was 9 times out of 10 a more regular woman. Not that many followers or shit like that. None of that. I don't care about none of that. Don't get me wrong. Them be the ones gotta knock her off, or gotta knock her off. But 9 times out of 10, somebody I'm gonna settle down with is gonna be somebody down to earth and more like just a regular person.
We see on the show all the time that, for the most part, if you're a high level guy, right, you want a girl that's low key, not too out there, because on some level she'll protect your privacy. But if she's too big, you guys break up or things happen, she might expose you, so to speak, for clout. So,
I really don't be.
I won't lie to you, man. 6 minutes into it, I'm like, hopefully the questioning changes, but the flow of this interview is not good. This is terrible so far. But let's see if it gets a little bit better. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This has been terrible so far. But let's see if it gets a little bit better as we go on.
Caring about none of that because, I was taught all publicity is good publicity. Honestly. but for the most part though, man, like I said, I rather just have a regular chick, nice looking, that I like and love me for me and not for everything that I did and all that shit. I don't be on all that.
How can you tell though? 'Cause I feel like it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. It's just like, were you for the fame, the money, the clout, or just for you? I play mind games, bro. I ain't lying. I do, and still now, like right now, like my girl is at home right now, probably mad, got an attitude, but I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I do small shit to see like how far she'll go, like how far you'll go. You know what I mean? So you test her.
Of course.
Give us one test that you do. That you can. Just one test.
You trying to give my shit away?
Some of the audience.
No, but I will I'll take a chick to an event or somewhere where I know it's gonna be other celebrities and I no talk or nothing. I'll just walk in with her and watch the way she move and what she doing, and that tell me a lot though. That tell me a lot. Because I've seen a lot of these chicks go to these gatherings and shit, and next thing you know, they fucking me in the bathroom. So I just, you know what I mean? I'll just be watching, but yeah.
Okay. I want to ask you, man. Obviously, before the
Hopefully they can pick it up, man. Terrible flow of the interview and conversation right now. But see, I'm an AB fan, so it's like I don't need to watch this to, you know what I'm saying, watch any AB fights. If he can fight on, you know what I'm saying, on nothing, you know what I'm saying? He can, you gotta, only way you can watch it, you gotta have a Roku or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch an AB fight no matter what. Like, I understand this is for those who don't know who he is and maybe be able to be put on or maybe be reintroduced, whatever the case may be. But start of this interview is terrible right now. And it just proven, like I said, I'm like, how does AB, like, how is this interview style going to go when, you know, this particular channel is one of the biggest channels on YouTube? It's smart. It's very smart. AB, I don't take anything away. It could be the worst interview in the world. This is still a very smart marketing strategy from Adrien Broner. But, you know, my expectations for this interview was very low because I'm like, none of these dudes know who AB is for real. They don't know boxing. So it's like, what is going to be the question and what's going to be the style of questioning? And as of now, you know, I got to give it to them. They're keeping it kind of based around what their channel's based around when it comes to like dating and women and things like that, high value men, all that type of stuff. But trash so far. But let's keep going. It might get better.
The fame, the money, the girls, you had to become Adrien Broner. And I know you're from Cincinnati. Can you tell us a little bit about what it was like growing up, the struggles, the training, what built you into the man that you are today? I want to go through that. Tell us about your upbringing.
There you go.
I mean, growing up in Cincinnati, man, it was a lot, man.
Yeah.
You know, of course, once I stepped a foot in the boxing gym and put on a pair of gloves for the first time, you know, that was my first love. That, you know.
How old were you at that point?
6.
So
that
and you were born in 89. So this is what, like 95?
Yeah. So I'm 6 years old, me and my twin brother, and we go in and my coach, he talking trash, and my dad come in talking shit, and he like, I got the best 6-year-old, So they bring their best 8-year-old, and we get in there, I beat him up real bad, and then everybody start yelling, no. So my daddy like, whoever, anybody. So he come, he's 9, and everybody screaming Nuke. I didn't know him at the time, but you know, Nuke is Rashid Warren, the 3-time Olympian. You know, my big brother to this day. And you know, he get in there and he fucked me up, make me cry.
Yeah.
But every day after that, I was there.
How important was it for you to take those L's growing up?
I mean, from that day, man, that I love the sport. I loved everything about it. Then You know,
It's getting better.
I don't
Going a
know
little
if
better.
it's because it's just me, but boxing is more of a one-on-one sport.
Yeah.
And I like making like most of my decisions.
Yeah.
So boxing just fit me. Boxing just fit me. You know, I'm kind of a self-centered guy. And with boxing it's just uno or nobody else. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
ultimate accountability because it's you versus
Yeah.
him, right? So it's like
Yeah.
if you win, it's all you. If you lose, it's also all you.
Yeah, and that's how I like it anyway. I don't like going somewhere and be like, damn, like
I won't lie, man. Fresh, dog. Got to get better at your interviewing skills. That was a very rough start, and even though I could tell Myron don't really know nothing about boxing, he did his research and the way he's able to kind of flow with it. You can just tell the difference because the interview is getting substantially better right now. Even though it's nothing like specific, he ain't saying nothing specific. You can tell he doesn't know much about boxing. The questions and the way he's connecting certain things is allowing AB to start really flowing and really speak in a way where you can kind of get a side out of him that maybe you've heard before, but you can be reintroduced to it. So it's getting better.
let's say for
Rough
instance,
start.
Yeah.
if we had something to do and you fuck it up and it's like, damn, I could have got 10 million. But you fuck it up,
Yeah.
I'll be pissed.
Yeah.
But if I fuck it up, I can live with that because it's like, damn, all right, I fucked it up, but I know I'm gonna go work and go do it again. Now I don't know if you can go make me that 10, but if you fuck that up for me, I'll be pissed.
Yeah. So how did you handle losses? So because right, if you win, it's all on you. That's glorious, right? But when you lose, it's all on you too.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, right, when you play team sports, basketball, football, whatever, you're able to kind of shift the blame, which is actually exactly what you were describing. When you lose, how do you overcome that when it's all on you?
It's all about it. Honestly, it's all about looking in that mirror and getting your ass back
Stay
up
with it, dog.
and like, man, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah. Sometimes
Good, Dub. Double salute. What's happening, bro? How you feeling? Good, bro. I'm right here. I'm watching this AB interview on Fresh and Fit. I never thought I would be watching AB on Fresh and Fit, but it started off rough. I wasn't enjoying it. It's getting a little bit better. I don't know if I'm gonna go through the whole interview. It's going. But what's good with it, dog?
yeah, and this is what I've been doing for this training camp lately.
Mhm.
You know, fuck it. You know, I don't care about nothing. Nothing. I set my plan. I set my goals. Fuck it. I don't care how bad my back hurt, how bad my legs hurt, how bad my body hurt. I look up in the mirror. I look myself in the mirror and I say, fuck it. Let's go do it.
Doing what's required regardless of how you feel.
But
Bad,
it
bro.
don't matter.
Let me know.
I can be having
I'll drop
the
the
worst day in the world, but when it's time to go put in,
No rush at all. Do your thing, man. I'm over here. I'm watching this interview, so this interview gonna go for a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the whole thing, but I'm gonna be watching this joint. So when you're ready to hop in, just let me know. I'll drop the link. That goes for anybody else who want to hop up in here too. By the way, if y'all in here, please hit the like button. Hit the like button. If you're not part of the family, subscribe to the channel. Help your boy get into the algorithm. Show some love. You already know what it is.
in his work, because I know this is only gonna help me. This is only gonna
Double
get me
salute, dude.
out the hole I dug myself in. So it's like, fuck it. Come on.
I got a question for you. Do you train harder after a loss or after a win for the next fight?
Nah, it is like
Good question.
none of that matters.
No, it's the same. It's like you look at it like it don't matter. I got to win the next one.
None of that matters for me because I train my ass off regardless. Like if a regular person watch me work out, they'll be like, why is this dude working out this hard? You know what I mean? Because I know what it takes. I know what it takes. And I've been world champion 4 times in 4 different weight classes. So I know where I gotta go. Yeah. You know, some shit, it'll be like, man, this dude is retarded. He retarded. It's only a psychopath would train like this, but this is what you gotta have to go to that level.
Now, I don't think the audience might be fully aware of how hard boxing is. It's been universally voted as the hardest sport. Can you take the people through a day of training of when you got a fight coming up of what a typical day of training would consist of? Take us through your day.
Wake up. Well,
What time?
well, the crazy thing is I really don't sleep, but when I do get 3 to 4 hours, I wake up. My coach is at the door at 6:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Got to be outside in 10 to 15 minutes. By 7:10, we running 5 miles.
What pace are you guys running into that?
Shit, it depends on the day, because you got days where some days you'll run, because we do different things different days.
Of course.
So
Some days you got to taper down, other days you don't.
see, like on a Wednesday, that means we had strength and conditioning that night, and that's our third workout for the day. That Tuesday night, and then we got to wake up and run 5 miles that morning. So we might be sore. You might be sore. Your body be aching. So that pace might be a little slower than a Monday.
Yeah.
Where you got to rest all week.
And one thing people don't understand when it comes to boxing too, a lot of times when it comes to long distance running in boxing, when you got to do the 4 miles, 5 miles, 6 miles, 7 miles, a lot of times boxing coaches they don't care too much about your pace. Because in all honesty, they don't want you to take forever with it, but it's more so about being able to, get your breath under control and being able to have a consistent pace. It doesn't have to be a very fast pace. They don't want it to be too slow, but you kind of want to be in the middle when it comes to long range running, when it comes to like 5, 6, 7 miles when it comes to boxing. They don't really worry about pace when it comes to running the miles. It really comes down to, like, if they want to have if they're worrying about like burning fat, things like that, if they're worried about pace, they'll have you do sprints. You'll do sprints, you do explosive work, things like that.
And then,
Yeah.
But when
you're pushing it, you're not going like, you're not enjoying. Like, I want the audience to understand, you're not like just kind of like, okay, I'm enjoying this. Like, no, you're pushing it. Yeah, you're going 7 minutes faster.
And not only you pushing it, but in boxing, it's so competitive that you running with other boxers.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's like, it's just something in us. The competitiveness is like, nah, fuck that. I ain't got to let him beat me.
Yeah.
But that also push you as well.
Yeah. And then after the run, and this is but probably by then it's done like 8 a.m., maybe 7:30. And then
hell no. After the run is like about 7:45, 7:50.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you go eat.
Hell no. Then after the run, we gotta do our exercise and shit.
Okay. So that's just a warm up.
Yeah.
Okay.
After the run, we gotta do our exercise and shit. And after that, we chill, go back to the crib, shower, the chef cook, and we eat, and then we rest for like 3 hours, and then we got to go to the boxing gym. Go to the boxing gym, and on the days that we run 5 miles like that, that's a sparring day. So you get to the gym, you exercise in, and then shadow box, and then you spar. Sometimes it's 2 guys, sometimes it's 3 guys. So you spar from everywhere from 8 to 12 rounds, or however.
That's wild. How many minutes around?
3. Damn, 3 minutes around. So sometimes, sometimes I'll be feeling good, and it'll be like, fuck it, I'm going 15 rounds, I'm going 16 rounds.
Yeah.
Or I'm going 18 rounds. It just get like that.
Yeah.
Like one day I went in the gym, and I told everybody in the gym, I said, I'm giving everybody in this bitch 2 rounds. I end up doing like 26 rounds that day.
Damn.
So some days it get like that, but yeah, for the most part, you're gonna do 12 rounds, and then after that, you're gonna hit the bag for another 15, 20, 30 minutes, and then you go to another bag for another 15, 20 minutes, and then you go to another bag for another 15, 20 minutes. Then you jump a rope for 15, 20 minutes. Then you exercising out.
Yeah,
and then, you resting.
Yeah. I don't think people, and I wanted the audience to hear that so that you guys can like understand the amount of training. That's what 3 training sessions in one day. Yeah. And a lot of it is, building the aerobic base, getting in good shape, because I don't think people understand how good of shape you have to be a boxer. Yeah. It's very aerobic based.
Yeah.
And technique based as well.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't force my children to do this shit because it's like I said, you got to be you got to be crazy to do this shit and go to where you got to go. And the privileges my children have is like they wouldn't be doing it for the same reason that I do it. You know, and a bad day to be like, Dad, fuck this, I'm gonna go play my game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I got my children. I do have a few that really want to, but it's just hard for me to really put them in it.
Yeah. How many kids do you have now?
10.
Holy. Wait.
I know you had 10.
You just said 10?
Bro, I did not know AB had 10. He must have had a few extra. Last I checked, AB had like 5 kids, bro. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, bro. When did AB get 10 kids? Bro got a whole basketball team. He got a whole basketball team. I did not know that.
Yeah, brushed up. How do you manage that, bro? How do you manage that, dog?
What you mean?
That's 10 kids, bro?
Yeah.
God damn. Okay.
What's crazy is these 10 kids and like AB not even that old. Like these two, they laughing. They don't got no kids, right? Martin, I think like 32. Fresh, I think is 30, 31, something like that. AB's only 33. He got 10 kids, bro. That's wild.
I'm just saying, my shit work.
Okay. Question for you, brother. How important is it to have a good coach? Because I remember my Texans saying, for example, his coach helped him through a lot of adversities, a lot of struggles. How important is it to have a coach in your life that's really helping you out?
A lot of people don't know your coach is very important because once you get to a certain level in boxing, you know, you need a coach who know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
And know and understand the business and understand what's going on. Because, you know, at a certain level, a lot of things that usually work don't work no more. You know, and once it get to that level, you know, and everybody's at that level, like don't get me wrong, coming up, you're gonna get some guys who ain't on your level, you're gonna fuck up, you're gonna beat up. But once you get to that certain level and you're fighting that top tier 1%,
yeah,
everybody can fight.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody's good. Everybody got what you got. So you got to beat them with something different. You can't just be in there fighting fire with fire. You got to outthink them. You got to, you know what I mean? So, and that comes a lot with your coaching and strategy and all that. So you got to have a great coach, man.
So boxing has transformed over the past few decades, right? And you mentioned that there's some things before that work that don't work now. Can you tell the audience kind of like what are those things that might have worked before in the past versus what works now?
I mean, a lot of shit, like boxing have like back then. I don't think, you know, like even back then, even from back, you can say things changed from back then even now. Like back then, you used to fight 15 rounds. Now it's only 12 rounds.
Yeah,
you know that shit is ridiculous. But I would have been one of the dudes. I would like to fight 15 rounds, but like. Boxing have changed a lot, but you're getting like younger guys that's coming up and they got the talent at a young age.
Yeah.
And they doing shit that you don't supposed to be, that you usually don't see people do at a young age. And you're like, God damn, you're doing that already?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So boxing is changing a lot. And right now,
it's like any other sport.
It's a lot of great, good young fighters out there. And Boxing is coming back. You know, I know people say that UFC is.
I was gonna ask you that next.
Nah, hell nah. You know, boxing is shit, man.
Yeah, and one thing I've always admired about boxing is that you're limited to your hands.
Yeah.
So the better fighter wins. Now, am I saying that UFC is random and all this other stuff? No, but it's definitely more. It's more crazy, which is why I think people enjoy it so much because it's more unpredictable, right? Versus boxing, it's like, if you beat somebody, like it's pretty obvious you're a better fighter than them because you're only limited to your hands, right? So the superior man won. So what are your thoughts on, the rise of MMA versus, classical sport like boxing?
I don't take nothing from UFC fighters because
that's crazy. I just want to say this real quick. I'll get back to the interview because I watch. I'm not gonna lie. I watch Fresh and Fit every once in a while. It's one of the most popular YouTube channels out there, right? How can you not? Fresh came in. It was almost like Myron was like, "Hey, yo, Fresh, I'm gonna let you get your questions off in the beginning of the interview, but if it seems like it's going sideways, let me take over." And it's like you look at the beginning of the interview, it was trash. He was asking one of the most like I wouldn't even say they were bad questions. It was just the way he framed them and how he wasn't kind of being able to let it flow. They just came off as awkward. And because I'm like, I would even argue Myron's questions, Fit's questions, they're not that much better than Fresh's. You can tell Myron, he doesn't know that much about the sport of boxing either. It's just the way he's able to frame it, flow it, introduce the question, allow everything to kind of come together. It just comes off in a sense where it's a lot more enjoyable and it allows someone, as far as someone like AB, to be like, okay, I can tell you don't really know the sport of boxing. You don't really watch it. But you did your research enough where it allows me to answer these questions and be able to, basically give my opinion or, basically kind of educate you on things that you may not know. So it's a lot more entertaining. Like I said, the beginning of the interview was real shaky. I was like, this is weird. Now it's going on. It's going to more consistent. I still don't think this is nowhere near the level of the interview that I watched last week. I can't remember the brother's YouTube channel name. I wish I did because it's nowhere near as popular as Fresh and Fit. They barely had 1,000 subscribers, but way better. The energy was way better. The questions was way better. You could tell they liked the sport of boxing. They loved the sport of boxing. You could tell they were aware of AB. Like this is more so something where, like I said, great marketing by AB. He was able to get on one of the most popular YouTube channels currently, so it's going to do, I think, a lot for him when it comes to his actual fight coming up. Back in the day, this interview is like if I were to rate it out of 5, it's like a 2.7. The interview I watched last week, and they only had 1,000 subscribers, I would rate it like a 4.2. But I will give it to Myron. He's doing a good job kind of keeping the thing flowing and entertaining enough for someone who's a AB fan and also a boxing head to be like, okay, I'm enjoying this to an extent.
They got to train their ass off too.
Yeah, it's still very difficult.
And they're taking some serious punishment as well. So
Yeah.
so I tip my hat off to any UFC fighter, but when it comes to boxing, that's just something different, man. Because don't get me wrong, I can wake up tomorrow and I can go learn how to put somebody in a arm bar. I can learn how to put somebody in a nice move, whatever. I can learn a few moves here and there. I can learn how to throw a 1-2. But boxing, can't nobody just wake up tomorrow and be one of the best at boxing.
Yeah. The limitations is what creates, the superiority between the fighters, if anything, because it's like you're limited to this, right?
Mhm.
Versus it with mixed MMA, right? I know some of you are like, yo, UFC, blah, blah. You guys gotta understand, man. I mean, it's like you got all different types of fighting styles coming in.
You can beat somebody up all night and then he put you in an arm bar and you tap out.
Yeah.
Like,
If you got a big bag, right? The system can you maybe 5-10 million. Said fight UFC, would you?
what?
Would you fight in UFC?
Nah.
Nah.
I can see the debate in the chat right now over boxing.
Why you say a bag like 5'10" like I ain't
Oh, that's not
I
a
was
big bad
just saying.
thing.
They can't use it in the
like
bag.
they ain't came to me with them numbers
I
before.
know he's been making
Yeah,
that,
see,
bro.
though.
You should
That's
120.
I'm talking about boxing.
Actually, good question. Good question. Good question, bro. Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
We want to see that fight. Obviously speaking, I think it's a good fight. But
They should have not let Fresh talk, bro. He came on. He said if they came with you with a big bag like 5 to 10 million UFC, would you take that? It's like, have you been doing your research, bro? He's with BLK Prime. They're not even a prime promoter network, and he's getting 10 mil for 3 fights. Also, UFC just doesn't offer big bags like that. And then he transitions into we want to see a Floyd Mayweather fight. It's a rough one, boy. I'm 23 minutes in. Let's see if I can make it. I seen AB's face too. Hold on, let me see if I can show y'all this.
would you?
What?
Would you fight in UFC?
I'm gonna see if I can show y'all AB's face when he said this dumb shit.
I can see the debate in the chat right now over boxing.
Why you say a bag like 5'10" like I ain't
You already texted.
Just say they can't use it in the
like
bag.
they ain't came to me with them numbers before.
I know.
UFC though.
Huh?
That's different.
I'm talking about boxing.
Actually, good question. Good question.
I
Good
lost his
question,
face
bro.
right here when he says
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
We want to see that fight.
Look at AB face. They'd be like, man, this guy. It's like, man, this dude, man, get this guy out of here.
This is big game.
Look at his face right here. Oh wait, hold on. Look at AB's face right here. AB, bro, he like, man, this dude. Why you asking me questions, bro? You don't know what you talking about.
I think it's a good fight. But why hasn't it happened yet? And is he actually going to do it? Would he actually do it?
Would he actually do what? Fight me?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Am I depending on him to do it? No. I got motion. I just signed me a 8-figure deal, guaranteed.
Right.
I ain't sitting here banking on, man, I pray I fight Floyd. Nah. You know, but would I be gladly to do it? Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Because I told him before, I just want to get in there and just see what it's like. Because you got to think, let's say we get in there, right? Let's say he fucked me up, right? I learn from that. I'm going to learn from that. Or let's say we get in there and it's tit for tat. I still learn from that. I learned a lot from that. Or we get in there and I just fuck Floyd up. I still learn from that.
Because you learn where you at. You learn either way.
So I just want to get in there with him. I mean,
what's that relationship like now with Floyd? Is it good, bad?
No, it's good. It's good. I ain't got no problem with Floyd. Every time when we see each other, it's mutual. It's that's big bro. Always. Seeing him, that's the nigga I looked up to ever since I turned 12 years old. I seen him fighting. It was just like, damn, I want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I ain't got no problem with that nigga.
Crazy, man.
How'd you guys meet?
We met when I was a millionaire already.
You know what's funny? I saw AB and Floyd as the guys that made it in boxing. I lived the lifestyle. The chains, the cars, the women. That inspired me to do better as well.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I think AB now is changing to more like develop AB. Like, you know what? I did all this shit in the past. I'm focused on my career. I'm gonna just move forward. I did enough for 10 niggas. I done did it all, man. It ain't nothing I ain't did,
Okay.
Yo, that song with Soulja Boy, I still play that shit today, bro.
we made that shit on tour, right? I was on tour. Yeah, I was on tour with Lil Wayne, T.I., and 2 Chainz. Yeah.
Would you ever get into rap seriously or not?
We did a whole tour.
I mean, but even now, like for example,
is that not serious? No, what was that? What was the I Am Wanted tour? What was it? Most Wanted tour or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like even now, like keep it going now.
Hell yeah, I love music.
Okay.
That's like one of my music because I hold a lot of shit in, so like even with my women, like it's hard for me to just really sit down and just talk to a woman because I just feel like I can't sit here and just tell you that. I'd rather just.
I won't even cap to y'all. Like I'm being 100% with y'all. Okay. This interview is all right. It's okay. It's not that good of an interview. Like 26 minutes in, like in comparison to the other interview AB did, you know what I'm saying, with this, small subscribe base, you could tell they knew they had to come with their game. They had to ask the right questions. They had to research. They had to keep things intrigued. They had to keep things going. Like, this isn't a very good interview for AB, but like I said, it's still a smart marketing tool where he's going to have a lot of people who didn't pay attention to him, forgot about him, etc. Be like, oh yeah, that's about billions. Because regardless, even if you're not a big fan of boxing, you know AB, you know about the Can Man, you know when he was about billions, someone's got to go. So it's kind of refreshing everyone's mind. But in reality, this is not a good interview. So 30 minutes into this particular interview, I don't think I'm going to get to the whole hour and 10. I'll probably get this thing until about 45 minutes. I'm probably going to switch topics to the Errol Spence situation. You feel me? Because it's not that good, man. It's real surface level, but
just hold it. I just rather keep it in. Just let it go.
Is it because you don't think they'll understand the struggle, or is it because you're like, this girl, man, these girls are feisty, or?
I'm just not a fan. You know, my mom taught me, man. You know, it's just some shit ain't to be told. I mean,
Facts. I agree.
I mean, so I just rather hold it in and just chill or talk to my right hand man 2 times. I mean, like some shit, you know what I mean? It's just not to be told, man. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. Agreed.
But I ain't.
It's a fact, bro.
It's hard to really like sit there and really like.
Don't be sitting there and venting and simping, releasing all your feelings to your woman. Keep that shit, yeah, man.
Talk shit out.
Talk about it to your mama before you talk about it to your girl.
That's why I box.
Yeah.
Because in boxing, like, fuck it, let's fight. We ain't gotta. You know, that's why you really don't see me arguing, because I don't argue. I just like to fight.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, hey, man. Nothing solves problems like fists every now and then, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I hit the chats real quick. Where we at here, Chris? Okay, we got here. Sorry, gang, going to miss the late night show tonight. Too busy womanizing on this Wednesday evening. All right, maybe I'm not woken up good enough for you. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting cooked. What?
Yeah.
AB, okay.
That's one of my lines that went viral.
Classic line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adrien, my boy, Messi or Ronaldo?
Ronaldo, that's my boy.
Okay. And then, guys, from this point forward, we're going to only read 15 up. But I'll read these because these came through. Thank you guys so much for the support. AB took Malignani's belt and
Malinaji.
Malignani. Okay.
Malinaji.
Yeah. Belt and girl on the same night. Your girl now safer on the can, man. Mexican, Dominican, African, all these girls could get it. That's true. Marriage caused divorce.
That's true.
Michael Meestroke, shout out to Adrien Broner, top G. All right. And then Myron, do you think Fresh buying a Lambo was smart? Hey, man, no comment. AB the Can Man, that's from Roland Curtis. Question for AB, heard you challenged Floyd for 100K. What's the word on that fight? Are we ever going to see you fight the Tank? I think you answered that. Have you ever sparred, though?
Who, me and Tank?
Yeah, no, you and Floyd.
No, that's what I said.
Like, not even sparred.
No, I asked him. I'm like, fuck.
Okay.
I'm like, man, why we ain't never sparred?
Yeah.
It was outside the Fountain Blue.
Yeah.
See, what's crazy is I'm almost thinking, it's almost like, so this kind of shows how popular Adrien Broner is, right? He's on this big podcast, Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit, they don't really know much about AB, they don't know much about boxing, but it's very interesting to see now their comments coming in. All their comments are very knowledgeable about Adrien Broner. Questions they're asking are very good. They should have probably went to the comments a little bit earlier, because I'm like, these comments are kind of coming off like a good question. So it's kind of getting me kind of like when I was kind of done, I was like, all right, this interview kind of like trash. No disrespect. It's okay. The comments are kind of reviving it. I'm gonna do give me a 2-minute break real quick. Gotta do a bathroom break real quick. So I'm gonna be right back, yo. So I'll be right back. Give me a second. All right, my bad, y'all. Hey, when it's solo dolo, man, this is how it goes sometimes. You already know what it is. All right, let's get back into it.
And then, guys, from this point forward, we're going to only read 15 up. Michael Meestroke, shout out to you and Floyd.
No, that's what I said. It was like, wow. And then he told me, he was like, we gonna work this camp. That's what he told me, but we never did.
Damn. Okay.
Never
Yeah,
did.
because I was like thinking, like, 'cause I remember when you guys were inseparable, I saw you everywhere, and I was like, damn, they're probably smart. Like, I wonder, maybe they turn the cameras off, nobody knows about it. Hey, just us two.
But
we're
the
gonna
crazy thing is, when we do, everything's gonna get turned.
Of course, yeah, of course.
If you spar with somebody, can they like learn your moves off just sparring?
Nah.
No?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no. Cause, and this goes for every boxer. Every boxer that had a bad day in the gym. Everybody every boxer,
Sports period.
you know, I'm talking about the best boxer ever. Everybody that had a bad day in the gym. That's where
That's high level, like sports period. Like even if you just a regular dude and you just work out on a consistent basis, like you can't consistently have great workouts. Like you're gonna have bad workouts, especially as you get older. As you get older, like it's hard to maintain it's hard to maintain consistency in working out, but it's even harder to maintain like really, really beneficial workouts, especially if you're all natural. So ups and downs are part of it, but you just got to believe in the consistency.
where it happens. You know, you're gonna have a bad day in the gym. You know, is it gonna happen every day? Hell no. But you're gonna have a bad day in the gym. You're gonna have a day where you're a little bit more fatigued through the week, and you get in there and one of your sparring partners get the best of you that day. That's just gonna happen. But you just gotta suck it up and like, fuck it, man. All right, keep working.
Oh, fair enough. Where we at here? Okay. Shout out to Cam, man. Anybody can get it. Paulie's still crying.
Hey, man, me and Paulie is nice friends, man. That shit is over with.
And that's for Eminence. And then Jizzy Man goes, first shot cheaper liquor than on me, AB. Welcome to the Wednesday service. Okay. Nick, $10. Appreciate that. And then AB, I know you heard this before, but how would your life be if you were still undefeated? Alberto.
I'll probably be dead.
Damn.
Why do you say that?
Cause, man, I say it all the time. I was a wrecking ball, bro.
That's a fact.
I was like, I think God was like, let me slow you down a little bit.
Humble you?
Not really. I don't know. I know he don't make mistakes, but in my mind, I'm like, he was just like, let me slow you down a little bit because this motherfucker is just going too crazy. Gee, do you hear them? Undefeated AB?
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never thought about it like that.
Man, if y'all understand what I do now, undefeated AB, that was that, man. Man, but I'm happy it happened when it did because I was able to learn everything that I know now. And
By the way, when AB was answering that, you can tell that hit him deep because he had the red cup. Obviously, he's in training camp, so he don't got no drink, no alcohol. But you can tell he reached for it. You could tell he was like, man, I wish there was some drink in there because he went to sip. Because you could tell that made him really, really think. I believe him when he say that. Some niggas, they can't handle that type of, and it's not even being less than somebody who can't handle it. It's just God knows what you're capable of, and sometimes you got to be humble. Sometimes you got to start over. Y'all know my situation. Feel me? I didn't need nothing for nobody and ask nothing for nobody. Like I'm in the spot right now, nothing but love. And Sharon, she helping me out, but it's like you don't know where you would have ended up if you would have kept going the route you would have written. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just like when a certain situation happens, don't always just look at the situation, look at what led up to it. It wasn't necessary.
all of the experiences that I went through. So
Crazy, bro.
I'm glad my career went the way it did, and I was still able to do everything.
And I believe that to the max. That's why sometimes when I talk boxing, man, it's like I'm the type of person, just because of who I am, I know I can't ever just talk, especially a sport that I really love, especially a sport that's so brutal. I can never just talk boxing in the sense of where we're just talking about two fighters fighting, because there's so much more than that. If you want to talk, if you want to keep it straight sports, talk to me about that when it comes to basketball, when it comes to football, when it comes to these other sports. But boxing, I can't keep it strictly sports. There's just a different type of connection I got with it. I think about it from this level where AB's saying, like, Yo, I needed to be in this situation where I couldn't. If I was undefeated to this day, I don't know what it would have done to me, and it wouldn't have been something that was positive.
Thing that I've accomplished and still going to accomplish more. But
Facts.
God damn.
Do you think you learn more from the losses or the wins?
Great question.
My losses.
Yeah.
Because
Great question.
after my first loss,
It's crazy. I don't know if I'm being a little bit more fluent or what it is, but it was shaky all the way up until about 20 minutes. Like I said, them comments came in and it almost really I like where this is heading right now. It's getting to that personal level. It's what we want.
I remember like yesterday, man. After my first loss,
Talk about it. I remember that Queen's Clip interview. Suicidal. I remember that. Talk
I
about it.
probably cried for like 2 months. Nobody seen it though. I only cried a shot. Then
It's the way to do it, baby. That's real. Yeah.
tears bled.
I agree. I agree.
But I was just down. I was down. I was still living, but I was down. And it was just every day it's me, my right hand man G, and like damn. I stopped getting calls. Motherfuckers stopped calling.
It's crazy.
Damn. Friends?
Man,
Family?
a lot of motherfuckers. They wasn't calling. Damn. It's really just me and G. It's me, G. My girl at the time. Damn. Of course, my mom, my dad. And it's like, damn, all right. So that fucked me up for a long time. Then,
Who would have thought the comments would have been a better interviewer than Fresh and Fit? Because this would have never came out if they didn't read the comments. That was a great question. Well, Myron, he did ask the question, but it came from the comments. But damn.
once again, I just said, fuck it. Got up and started back training and got my shit together. But yeah, that shit was crazy.
So a lot of people find themselves kind of in a similar position. Maybe not with the stakes as high as yours, but like, in a very dark place. And it's like, fuck, how do I come out of this? Right. And you said that for you, it was like 2 months. You were just kind of in that rut. And what did you learn about people in that 2 months when you were down?
The biggest thing I've learned,
Yeah.
Great question
When you were,
again,
yeah.
Myron. Another good question.
period.
Very good question.
I don't need none.
Mm.
And I mean this in the most respectful way.
No, that's solid advice. Like,
What I found out, and even my little brother, even G, when he around me, is like the shit that the most things he learned from me is how I.
So I was talking shit about this whole interview, but salute to the comments of this because it showed that AB is still AB. People know about AB, and so many people follow Fresh and Fit, one of the biggest YouTube channels. But when AB comes on, they're asking questions like, "We remember you, AB. We know you, AB. We know how you came up. Like, I gotta know this." So I'm very interested to see how AB's numbers for BLK Prime does because I think it's gonna do good. I think it's gonna do at least 200,000 pay-per-views. That's good for BLK Prime, man. AB, I know Canelo, they say he passed the torch. Floyd passed the torch. Well, no, he didn't pass the torch, but Canelo was the next big draw after Floyd. AB was the next big draw after Floyd. It just so happened that AB came too soon after Floyd. Floyd was still fighting, so Floyd did not allow AB to be who he should have. If Floyd stayed out of AB's business, AB would have been doing pay-per-view buys at that. AB's a bigger draw than Javante, in my opinion. I'm gonna keep it at that. Let me not say my opinion too much. Let's get back to this interview. I'm enjoying it now. First 27 minutes, trash. 28 to 34 minutes now, I'm enjoying it. Man. We really getting the side of AB, man, that we haven't seen or heard. And then I'm looking at AB his shape, man. I can't wait for this fight, man. I'll always be an Adrien Broner supporter, man. I'll be one of the biggest supporters no matter what, man. Salute.
I take
Double salute, actually.
The downfall, headaches, all of the backlash, all of the negativity. How you know what I mean? Man, I don't sugarcoat nothing. I walk out, I don't put no mask on, no none of that. It's just like, what's up? I'm still here, and I'm still gonna be. Ain't nothing shake me.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna bounce back, and I always do. I always do.
So, what made you say? Because you said that, yeah. What I basically just said, fuck it. I got back in the gym.
Yeah.
What led you to say fuck it? Because a lot of people might need that right now. What led you to say fuck it to get back in the gym?
It was like I said before, boxing is my first love, man.
Mm.
I fell in love with boxing before I fell in love with a woman. So when it comes to real happiness,
Yeah.
like nothing put a smile on my face like boxing.
So the temporary sorrow didn't override the joy from boxing.
Nah, hell no.
Damn. All right.
Hell no. I knew. I'm like, man, the only like I could be sad, whatever, but I go in that gym and everything go away.
Mm.
I know what that's like.
In that 2 months when you were like
I know what that's
at
like.
your low, did you go to the gym and still train, or
To this day,
Nah,
you didn't?
that's why I was so fucking sad.
he wasn't doing
Once I
it.
start going to the gym, it was like,
I know what that's like.
let's go.
Yeah.
And some would say that's an addiction. That's what people don't want to talk about. People make addictions being about like alcohol, weed, meth. Like, nah, like you can have an addiction to something that's not bad for you. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, my addiction is like I need to go to the gym. I need to get an endorphin release. Like if I don't do this, I'm gonna feel a certain way. I'm not gonna enjoy myself. It's gonna be hard for me to really get out of my head. Like life is crazy, yo.
You wonder why you were sad in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, let's go.
After that loss, did you set new goals for yourself?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I did. I had I think I just had admire. I did. Because he was a baby too. And I went over there, picked him up, and I sat down on the couch and I told him, I said, Daddy gonna be champion again. And it took me, I think, a year and a couple months. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I told him, I said, Daddy gonna be champion again.
That's that focus, man.
And it took me like a year. Then I won my fourth world title.
Question for you: when you're training for that fourth world title, did you play that in your head, with telling your son that, like, yo, Daddy's gonna be champion again, Daddy's gonna be champion again? Did that like help you push through?
No. What helped me, honestly, push through that fighting that dude, the biggest thing that helped me push through, honestly, I'm gonna be 100% honest.
Yeah, bro.
I was, because at that time I was with my baby mama, Errol, and I think we only had 2 children then. And that was my comfort zone. That was at that moment, like that's all I was worrying about, you know. And it was like that's what was helping me get through, you know, coming home,
Fire.
seeing my children, and going to the gym. That's really what helped me get through. Then it's like I'm like, I gotta be champion again. Fuck that, you know. I done told my son, I made him this promise. I gotta beat this dude. So that helped me a lot too. And then every day just looking at myself like, shit,
It's crazy, man. This interview went from me saying it was trash to like 29 minutes plus. It got mad real. Like I won't lie to you, man. It went from me saying this is like, now it's like this is fire. I won't lie to you. This is dope. It's good to hear AB speaking from this side because and seeing the shape that he's in, because you can tell he's very serious. He's back in the game. Like everyone who wanted to criticize him, everyone who had something to say about AB, everyone to say, oh, mental health, he's not in shape, he has the gut. Go watch this interview. Go watch the interview I reviewed last week. He's in great shape. You can tell he's on point with his weight. You can tell his mental was in the right state. Obviously, it's going to come down to what he does in the ring. But me personally, as an AB fan, I really don't care what he does in the ring. I'm just happy to see him in this state again. Like life is a motherfucker. When you're a fan of somebody, you would and when it comes to this world, when it comes to the internet, it's like, what have you done for me lately? A lot of people can forget so quick. I think it's dope to see AB in his mindset, in his headspace as an AB fan for a very long time. Like, it's inspirational. For real, no cap. It's inspirational.
So when you took that first loss, what were, obviously you go back to a drawing board, you might watch film, you might say, damn, I should have done this, I should have
Never
done that.
watched film.
You never watched film? No? What were some of the mistakes you think that you made before, or do you think you made any? I mean,
Yeah, I was young.
mhm.
And I tell people all the time. I tell people this all the time. I
Yeah.
was young, and I fought with my heart instead of my
Your brain.
yeah. And that's
By the way, you can use that as a life lesson in your life period. Like, he was young, he fought with his heart rather than his brain. Like, in life period, like when we young, a lot of times we make emotional decisions, not in the ring, but just life in general, off our heart rather than our brain. I know I did that. I didn't start making decisions off of my brain until I was maybe like 26. I wish I would have done it earlier. I wish I would have done it at 21. Now being 29, it's like, man, I would have so much more money doing so much, or maybe not. I don't know. God got a plan for you, but when you get to the point you realize like you can't always, like, especially as a man, you don't want to move emotionally, you want to move mentally, and you want to be careful who you allow into your circle or you want to allow around you, whether it be a female, whether it be your friends, whether it be your family. Don't be influenced by the wrong things. Understand at the end of the day, have a game plan, have an understanding of what you want to do, stay focused on it. Maybe sometimes things may, get you out of your element, but at the end of the day, decide to yourself, understand to yourself, all right, what's the best decision mentally, not what's the best decision emotionally.
that's what happened in that fight. I could have made it a uh I wouldn't say born because Maidana's style, I was gonna have to fight, but it wasn't gonna be as exciting as it was because I went straight to him. So
He did.
I mean, so I really fought with my heart that night.
Did.
Yeah.
And I didn't use my head where I could have really just outboxed him and beat him. And
Do you think arrogance played into it a little bit? Because you had been, like,
No.
nobody could really touch you?
It was me. It was like,
he felt like he was the best. That's it.
that was just me. I was young, and it was just like, I told him, I know he couldn't understand me, but I told him, I said, you're going to have to kill me tonight.
Hmm.
I literally said that. I said, I'm willing to die here tonight. And like, I know a lot of people probably looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, what the
No,
fuck?
that's what it takes. No, that's what it takes.
I literally said that. I'm like, shit, if I die here, I die. Let's go.
Yeah.
It got to a point in the fight where my body went numb.
Yeah.
I don't remember from
I remember
the
this.
second round to the 7th round. Then I remember the 9th round, and I don't remember none else.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah. It's a brutal sport, man. I hit some of the, where we at, Chris? Okay. Hey, yo, guys, do me a quick favor. There's 6,000 plus y'all in here. Like the video, and then, we're going to kill the Twitch, the Twitter, and the Facebook stream.
Already done.
Oh, you already killed it? All right, sweet.
From earlier.
Okay.
That's crazy. It got
You wear
that
my
real.
Tina jacket from Forever 21. Hey, man, it's cold and my hoodie's in the fucking dryer, right? Sauce Racing. And then shout out to you, AB. You was always hella entertaining and the world champion. The world of boxing needs it right now. Can you please come back and handle Jake Paul? What's your thoughts on that?
Hey, man, I tip my hat to Jake Paul and Logan, man. He's doing a good thing, for the sport. The sport need them for entertainment, but, that fight probably won't ever happen, man. But, I tip my hat to them guys, man.
Who would you want to fight in, I guess, the social media world, if you could?
In the social media world?
Like KSI, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, DDG?
Anybody. I'm a boxer, bro. I'll fight you if you. You want to fight?
So, let me ask you, bro. I already know.
I
Okay.
just love fighting, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Where we at here? Okay. Then we got a quick word from our sponsor real fast. Fresh is the someone said Fresh is the ultimate networker. AB is top G. All right,
Facts.
we could, Chris, you got it queued up?
Yep.
All right, guys, we're gonna run the ad real quick, and then we'll get right back in the interview. All right. This episode, and how easy it is to waste money because we rarely, last year's outdated, disorganized subscriptions even used. Cancel. A year. RocketMoney.com/. Just take it away.
Okay, so right now, your fight's coming up. Well, how do you prepare for a fight like this? Like, for example, obviously, you're in the gym, you're training. What's the routine for you to prepare for a big fight?
I did that already. But didn't I do that? Go do that?
Definitely
Yeah, but I think he's saying, well,
This fight in particular.
this fight in particular,
Yeah.
or is it the same as what you, or how you always train? Is it the same plan, or?
It was almost something
for
where they
this
had a
one,
good
yeah,
go,
but-
and then they just fucked up,
but
and they had the
it's-
little
it's more like-
advertisement, they keep it going.
This fight is bigger because it's like,
A lot more money on the line.
I feel like a lot of people like counting me out, honestly.
Mhm.
And a lot of people don't know what the fuck I just went through. I was honestly like, I think I was at the lowest point I ever been in my career, to where I got up every day and all I did was drink.
Mhm.
I'm talking about, like, I got up, I didn't eat. First thing I did was took a drink.
Mhm.
From there, I just drink all day. And I don't remember half of my nights. I wake up and I do it again. Every day for the last year and a half.
Year and a half.
And then it was like one day I just was like, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it is the shift.
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
One day it was just like, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck it. I ain't gonna drink no more. I'm gonna go to the gym.
It's crazy. I'm looking at the interviews, and they're kind of agreeing with me. Obviously, I'm looking at the interview. I'm looking at the comments. They're kind of agreeing with me. It's weird. Whereas like the dude Fresh, all of his questions were terrible, but apparently he was the one who brought him on. Myron, I know because I watched some of Fresh and Fit. He doesn't watch sports, period. But yet he had better questions. So I was like, AB, once again, smart marketing. He's gonna get a lot of people paying attention to him. Translate probably into the BLK Prime fight that he has coming up against Ivan Redcash, but like it's going back into the point where I'm like, this interview is getting weird again. But I won't lie, there was a good 10 to 15 minutes where it was like, man, they really had some gold, and they could have built on
And
that,
I
but
did.
they kind of
Next thing you know, I was signing an 8-figure deal.
Damn. What made you say? Because there's probably people out here right now that are watching this that are dealing with, like, dependence on alcohol. Maybe they're alcoholic. Maybe they're on a binge right now. And they're like, bro, I need to stop this shit. What made you say, fuck it, and stop drinking?
I woke up and I looked in the mirror again. It was like, it's only one way out of this shit. Like a lot of people, like, they don't understand. They probably won't understand it, but it's like, I know in my head, I'm like, it's really only one way that all of my problems can just go away in 36 minutes. And the only way for that to happen is if I get right in boxing and get my head right, get in shape, and go fuck somebody up.
Back to the basics.
I've always said that there's a direct connection between your physical state and your mental state. 9 out of 10 times, if your physical state is fucked up, your mental state is going to suffer behind it, right?
Sure.
And then for you, it was like, man, I got to fucking get back in the gym. You get back in the gym, bam, right back, back to like a homeostasis point. How's it been since? Like, I mean, is it like 9-day difference? I mean, I'm sure it was probably fun for a bit, right? Drinking, partying, going out. Was it here in Miami or
I was in
traveling?
I was everywhere.
Everywhere?
He was networking.
Yeah.
I was everywhere. Then I went back to my hometown and I got stuck there for damn near a year. Man, I was
Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in a fucked up state of mind, and I really didn't care as long as I had some liquor.
Yeah.
But you know,
I get that.
one day I just got up and I said, "Fuck it." Took it a day at a time. You can only take it a day at a time.
What was that first workout back? That started everything. Because that everybody remembers that first workout after you've been through a binger.
It was crazy. But after that workout, I got drunk.
Okay.
Even after that workout, I got drunk. I went to go get drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And
you know what you do next day?
Went back to the gym.
Okay. All right.
Went back to the gym, and after the gym, got drunk.
Yep.
And then
I know what that's like.
It went on for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, it went on for a little bit. And then one day it was like,
what you doing?
I'm only because at first I couldn't finish the whole run.
Yeah.
The whole 5 miles, I couldn't finish that straight.
Yeah.
I couldn't finish it straight. I'm like, God damn. And then the coach I got, he know I'm flat out of shape. I'm damn near 190, almost 200 pounds. He know where I'm at. He know where I'm at.
Yeah.
He been through this before. He know where I'm at. But he's still pushing me, and it's just like, damn. And then after a while, I start finishing the run, but it was like, damn, you finished in what? But he ain't tripping because he understand where I'm at.
Yeah.
And then
progress.
And then after a while, it was like, all right, he doing everything, but I go pick him up on Monday, and he can't get up on Monday because he was drunk on Sunday. So I'll still go to the gym though.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't make that run.
Yeah.
And then he'll tell me, because even though I go to the gym, I still smell like a thick whole thing of liquor.
Yeah.
I'm sweating liquor.
Yeah.
I know what
That's the worst, man.
But I'm still sharp. I'm still sharp. And then he's like, do you know how much sharper you and I think he's doing it on purpose, because he'll take me the long way home, and he'll just talk to me, just keep trying to put in my head, like, you know how much further you'll be if you stop drinking on the weekend.
That was the key.
Stop drinking on the weekend. You're never gonna get to where you need to be if you don't stop drinking on the weekend. And then one day,
stop drinking on the
I got
weekend.
up and I said, fuck it. No, for real. I got up and I said, fuck it.
I'm gonna start doing that.
Right? And then
Young man, like him hearing that, like it's a different thing for me. I'm like, that's just inspirational, bro. You would understand, like, man, you can have a work ethic like a motherfucker. You can have a vice that keep you from reaching your full potential, even though your work ethic is 10 times better than anybody else. But your vice, even though you're 10 times better than anybody else, your vice makes you only 1 times better than everybody else. What's the most important thing? Giving up something that is a vice, giving up something that you used to, it's hard. It always comes back. It always comes down to how you're going to react and what you're going to do when it comes back. That's why I love AB so much, bro. Like, niggas be thinking I be like a fanboy of AB. People think I like put AB in this category where it's better than it is. It's not even about that, bro. It's about, like, when you think about Floyd, like Floyd, he did this pretty boy type persona. He did this party boy type persona, but at the same time, he made people think that you could be reckless like that and still be perfect, still make millions. AB literally was a dude where he was in a position where he did all the vices, he did all the bullshit, same just like Floyd, but it was almost like, no, this is the reality. You can't live that lifestyle and be the best you can be. You have to end up, having consequences that you have to deal with, because you can't do that. You can't do both. You can't be the greatest you can be, but at the same time have a vice that can take away from your greatness. Like, it's one or the other. You can be successful but you can't be at the top of your game. And that's why I appreciate AB so much, because unlike Floyd, unlike a lot of these boxers who are undefeated, or a lot of these boxers got one loss, or a lot of these boxers who say, I work the hardest, I'm all I do is put the work into the gym, and all I do is stay focused. AB has always been transparent. He's known his problems, and to this day he's here and he's still moving. And it's like, that's why I appreciate AB so much, because like he tells y'all, he's like, I'm not perfect. I went through a lot. And even with that being said, he's still here, still fighting, and he's still working. And that's why I appreciate him so much, man. Like he will always be one of my favorite fighters, bro. And it has nothing to do with his skill level, but it has to do with the transparency, because AB was transparent before it was, popular to be transparent as a fighter, as a boxer. So I got nothing but love for that. Thanks, Dub. Appreciate you, bro, being up in here. One time is better, and it's like sometimes it's not always just about like what you accomplished when it comes to this sport. It's really about how you inspired. And for me, AB inspired me, man. Especially seeing him where he's at right now, man. Like whether that mental health reason that he backed out was real or not. Seeing him doing these interviews, making these runs, seeing him in good shape, seeing him talk the way he's talked, seeing him, usually you would see a dude like AB in this particular situation on a popular podcast like Fresh and Fit. He would be drinking. I think he did the after hours with him that's going on right now with a whole bunch of women. He not drinking, nothing like that. It's like, it's really an improvement for AB, because AB is not on that type of time, not even close to it. You feel me? So I'm like, seeing that is crazy. And I love it and I appreciate it. Dub like drop the link. All right, I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna have to switch over to my other phone. So let me do this. I'm about to drop the link. Hold on. Make sure if y'all come up in here, please hit the like button, y'all. Subscribe. I said I wasn't gonna watch this whole interview. I'm 15 minutes into it. It's only an hour and 10. I'm gonna watch 5 more minutes of this, and I'm gonna switch over, and I'm gonna let Dub get in.
Right? And then I still go out with my niggas. We all still go out.
Yeah.
And then everybody be like, damn, he ain't drinking.
Yeah.
He really not drinking.
Yeah.
He not drinking. He ain't even
So
drinking
he
on this.
really not drinking? Because when I drink, I drink.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about drink.
Yeah. Let's see, tequila, vodka.
None of the social drinking.
I'm gonna stop it right there. 50 minutes in. We got Dub wanting to get in here, so hold up 1 second, Dub. Y'all know, I don't know what's happened, but for some reason, my main phone don't allow me to hear anyone, so I'm gonna have to switch over real quick. So I'm gonna do that first. Salute to everybody up in here. I'm gonna bring them in. So hold on. I'm gonna bring myself in, and I'm gonna bring Dub in. That's legendary right there. And please hit the like button if y'all haven't. Subscribe to the channel. And look, they got two of me. How we gonna be Dub up in here, man? Let's go with it, Dub.
See, Flu, I already knew you were hard-headed, bro.
What you mean?
Can I tell you why you hard-headed?
Yeah, bro, go ahead.
You told me. Now, this is what you told me. You said, damn. First off, you already know if you bring me on, you ain't gonna be able to hear me on the other device, right? You already know that. And you said, well, hell, shit, if I use this device right here, I can talk to all my bitches on my regular device. And you still using that broke ass device.
No, this is the crazy. No, but what's crazy is though, like the broke one, like this is my new, like this one is my newer phone. The one, like I've always been cool with. I don't know why it's been doing that lately, so I haven't really figured it out.
I ain't worried about why it's doing it. What I'm trying to tell you is you need to be using the one, this one right here. This is the one you should be using on a regular basis. So then you ain't nobody gonna be mad at you. You can
multitask. Camera though, that's the problem though. It's like this one has
the camera is the same. I'm looking at you, bro. I'm literally looking at you from the you just pulling the two different pictures. Nigga, the camera is the same. What are we talking about?
And that's why them hoes is mad at me. I be making excuses. I don't want to talk. I don't want to text them hoes.
I ain't gonna hold you. There be times I be like, bro, y'all doing too much, man. Y'all doing way too much, bro. I ain't got time for all that shit sometimes. So I feel you. I ain't mad at that, bro. What's going on? How you feeling, my brother? I gotta ask you real quick.
Go crazy with it, because I'm like, real quick, I just want to say I'm done. Like, we went 50 minutes. I honestly did not think I was gonna watch that whole interview. I watched,
and I need
like
you
10
to.
minutes left, so
I need you to break that in, and we're gonna get to that in a second. Before we get to that, you thought I wasn't rocking with your opinions last night, bro?
No, I didn't think it wasn't about you now rocking with my opinions. I knew some of the shit I was saying you was just not fucking with. I know you was mad about
Bro,
some of it. You was like, crazy.
I wasn't mad about, bro. I swear to God, I wasn't mad. Like, so the night before, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I had stayed up. I was up to like 5 o'clock in the morning. I went to sleep for an hour, got my son on the bus, then I went to work. You know what I'm saying? So when I was rocking last night, I was, bro, like, and I ain't gonna, I was listening to the other niggas cook, and I'm like, man, I want to jump in, bro, but god damn, man, fuck this, I'm going to sleep, bro. And so it went, bro, I just had to turn it down last night, but you know it's always love. You know what it is.
Okay, I thought for a minute you was upset with me.
Man, nigga, this is you, bro. This is YouTube, bro, and boxing talk. I have no reason to be upset with you. We can debate, argue all we want to, but at the end of the day, man, hey, I rock with you. I think you're a good dude, so it is what it is. Look, let me ask you this: What the hell did I heard kind of the last part of the interview with Adrien Broner. I hadn't had the chance to watch it. I didn't even know who's the interview with. And it seemed like it was more like a documentary style interview with him. Can you speak on the AB interview? If you're speaking on it, you done muted yourself. And all right, I'm gonna let you take it.
Nah, I'm here. My bad. Y'all know my situation. I'm putting.
So right now, what you're doing is you pulling the AB, and you on the what you drinking? You on it? No.
I'm on the.
I'm on the tequila tonight, man. It's tequila tonight.
See, I was gonna do tequila tonight, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna keep it simple. I got another margarita tonight, but I'm gonna do tequila this weekend for real. But
only reason I grabbed the bottle of tequila because of you talking about the margarita shit the other night, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make me. I ain't had a good margarita in a minute, and you know, I made my own margarita, man. What you talking about? Yeah, we chilling right now.
So, like, I'm surprised I didn't. So that interview, I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. If y'all watch that back through the first 20, 25, 30 minutes, I was like, this interview's terrible. And it's because
who was it with first? Who was it with?
It was with the Fresh and Fit podcast. So Fresh and Fit is a very popular podcast right now, amongst a lot of young men, because the red pill community is a big deal. The red pill community, Kevin Samuels, RIP, and all these other guys, they're talking about how to deal with women and the dating state and stuff. So I was like, okay, AB is on a platform that has openly admitted to never caring about sports.
Fresh and Fit. Okay.
They're one of the most popular podcasts right now on YouTube. So
I watch what I watch. So. But go ahead. Fresh and Fit podcast.
I don't watch them on a regular, but I do watch them right now. I know they is.
Look, I typed in Fresh, and Fresh and Fit popped up immediately. Podcast. There we go.
They're one of the most popular. So,
damn, 1 million subscribers.
Yes. So I was surprised. I was like, what is AB doing on this? By the way, I did a reaction to AB's interview, another AB interview last week. And the YouTube channel that he was on, they only had like 900 subscribers, but the interview was fire. Like, you could tell the people interviewing him, they knew about AB, they did their research, and they were actual legitimate boxing fans.
Okay, hold on, real quick. Fresh and Fit, that's that dude Tate. That's him?
Wait,
the one who just got arrested.
That's
the dude who just got arrested, right?
No. That's Andrew Tate. No. That's different. He's part of the red. He's part of the Red Pill community, but no, he's not part of that podcast.
I fuck with Andrew Tate, bro. He keep that bitch a book, bro. I fuck with a nigga who keep it a book like that.
I won't
I
lie.
fuck with that shit, man. Hey, look, this thing you know, don't tell nobody you fuck with it, because they gonna cancel you and they gonna call you homophobic and you against feminism and all the other stuff and whatever.
YouTube channel ain't big enough for nobody, so I don't care. I'll be 100 with it. I ain't tripping. I can say what I want. Ain't nobody care about you. Ain't nobody hopping in on this joint like that.
Hey, I'm with you. We rocking, man. We rock. I knew I fucked with you for a reason, bro. I knew there was something. Yeah, no, hell no. Hey, they be keeping it a buck on this shit, bro. That should be cool. All right, go ahead. My bad. Fresh and fit though. Fresh and fit.
No, but I was interested to see how it went because I was like, okay, they've openly admitted previously in their podcast they don't really pay attention to sports, nothing like that. So I was like, how's this gonna be? That's because of the dude, Fred, the dark skinned dude. Apparently, he knows a lot of celebrities, and he brings people on. So right off the bat, the first 25 minutes of the interview, it just wasn't good. You could tell they didn't really know what was going on. And this is why AB is still a draw. This is why I'm very interested to see what the BLK Prime numbers are going to be for Adrien Broner's upcoming fight. Is because when the interview got good is when they started reading their comments, and everyone was like, the Cam man. It was like the Cam man, AB. Oh, AB took Paulie Melange. Like they were like, how was your first? Like you could tell.
I took your belt and I took your girl. Yeah. And watch this. Watch what I talk about right after this. Go ahead. Keep going. Watch what I talk about right after this.
I was just saying, I was like, these, a lot of these guys who are younger, a lot of these guys or they're around my age, around your age, they're watching this red pill content that has to do with dealing with women, but they know who AB is still. Yeah. And that shows that AB, like, that's one thing I was saying is like, AB is still such a goddamn draw. And it never made sense to me why it wasn't capitalized when it came to PBC, but we all know why it was capitalized because we always talk about that infamous interview where he was talking shit to Leonard Ellaby. When he did that,
with me, nigga, you ain't with me. Nah,
he blackballed himself.
Man, fuck you, man. You ain't with me. Exactly. Nah, yeah.
This is speculation. This isn't real.
I love that about AB though. I love that about him. But
real quick, that this isn't true. There's no truth behind this. But I personally believe AB would have been the biggest thing. He would have been the next Floyd Mayweather if he would have came a little bit more after Floyd. I think Floyd knew how big AB was, and Floyd he
don't say sabotage. Don't do that.
You don't think he said? Then why did Floyd fight Madonna after AB and say that was my little bro? And AB has made it clear and said like, yo, me and Floyd never sparred. Floyd never took me in as a little boy, a little bro. I met Floyd when he was already a millionaire.
That's clearly not true. That's clearly not true. And I can prove it to you real easily.
And he said he didn't meet Floyd until he was already a millionaire.
No, I'm not saying that piece. I'm saying the whole big bro, little bro stuff, right? I can prove to you real quick that's clearly that like that was the relationship there. I can, and this is how I'm gonna prove it to you.
No, I believe that.
Oh, okay. I ain't got to prove it. Never mind. Go ahead. Keep
what I'm saying is Floyd knew AB's potential. Floyd knew AB could be bigger than him. And Floyd was still current fighting. And Floyd could not allow that to happen. Floyd needed to stay the biggest draw. And
so you really don't claim sabotage?
I think Floyd influenced AB and said, move up to 147 and fight Madonna. Because Floyd said, if AB loses to Madonna, I can now fight him, and it will continue. At that time, Floyd didn't have shit going for him. Am I wrong? What fight could Floyd?
Wait. Listen. Let's get back to AB because right now respectfully, you're going so far into conspiracy theories.
I am.
And so let's stay on the main path, travel, and let's talk about AB. Let's talk about AB.
50 miners of an interview of AB where I was like,
I understand.
Yeah, so it's hard for me not to because I was like, damn. I was like, there was like I said, the first 29 minutes was trash, but there was like a time between like 30 minutes to I think I got to 50 minutes because it was an hour and 10 minutes. I got about 55 minutes of it where AB really expressed something where I was like AB should be we're talking about Gervonta Davis being a pay-per-view star.
AB should be the star right now. In fact, now at this time, and people still forget AB is still young. Well, I'm not gonna say he's not young. He ain't Tank young, Devin Haney young, but he's still younger than Bud, Spence. He younger than them niggas. And
Well, he spent his age. He's 33.
Okay, right there. Well,
But Tank is
still though,
28 going on 29, so it's not a big difference.
but if AB was if AB and from the part that we were just listening to about him drinking on the weekends, and we know what it is with AB. We know what it is.
Yeah.
It ain't just that. It's the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? AB love the lifestyle, and you know it. But him loving that lifestyle, being who he was, and also being a hell of a boxer inside the ring. That's what made him AB will never be AB. I don't the whole shit he got going on with BLK Prime. I wish him the best, and people gonna always say that I'm a critic of AB. I am a critic, but I'm a fan as well. I look AB, and let me. This is what I want to tell you. Earlier today, one of my favorite fighters. Do you know who Brian Norman Jr. is?
Yeah.
Okay. So Brian Norman Jr. He's from Atlanta. I'm a Georgia boy. I rock like Brian Norman Jr. One of my favorite fighters right now. I think he's the goods. He coming up. I think he got a chance to be, at 22, 23 years old, still young. I'm saying I put him on that level, and this is just my opinion. I put him on that level with the young prospects, Big Baby Anderson, Keyshawn Davis. I put him on that level as far as prospect. The problem is he ain't had the fights to prove it, but he still had.
He don't have the promoters behind him to give him the fights.
But he does now because he signed with Top Rank, right? He signed over there with Top Rank. 22 years old. He got 23 fights already with like 20 knockouts or 21, something like that, something crazy. And so I look for it, but I say that to say when he was talking, he was doing the interview today on another channel that I follow, Strong, you know what I'm saying? And one of the things that he brought up, man, see, the problem with people, they got to learn to promote themselves. And with him being such a young fighter, he was like, I want to promote myself. I'm going to keep doing interviews with everybody. I want to do as many interviews as possible. I want to be out there. I want people to know who I am, but I don't want to get too cocky yet. Even though I think I can I know I can beat these dudes, I got to show some stuff first. But the other thing he said was, look at Errol Spence. He said, Errol Spence, in his opinion, according to him, he said he's definitely a star, possibly a superstar. He could be doing so many bigger numbers if he spoke and talked and got out there. Look at Bud Crawford. Terrence, he doing interviews now, but he wasn't doing them from the beginning. He could have been so much bigger. But then look at AB. These dudes, yeah, right now, they technically are on a higher level, but people going to talk about AB. Why? Because they're going to remember the can man. You know what I'm saying? They're going to remember I took your belt and I took your bitch. Sure. They're going to remember all of that.
Gotta go. I can beat anybody. Yeah. I can be Mexican, American, African.
Anybody can get it. I'm the can man. Anybody can get it. Mexican. There we go.
African. But let me say this real quick, though.
Let me wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up right here. All I'm saying is AB had something that none of these dudes in the sport right now really have. AB had that gift of gab, and whenever AB got in the press conference, nigga, when he go and fight Ivan Nutcash or whatever the nigga name, I know it's Red Catch or whatever it is, Ivan Nutcatch. When he go fight him, guess what? I'm gonna be sitting there right there. The day of the press conference, man, I'm looking forward to seeing what AB talking about. Yeah, that's him. He got that personality, that aura, and so I wish that he would have stayed dedicated and have that aura along with the presence in the ring and dominating these dudes like I believe he could have if he would have stayed disciplined. Go ahead, my
But you got to understand though, like, I don't want to call it sabotage, but in reality, Adrien Broner was doing this at the age that Brian Norman, like he was doing this at 22, 23, 24, 25 years old, right?
Facts.
So you have to keep in mind when he was doing this, Floyd Mayweather was at his pinnacle. You have to remember the guy that Adrien Broner wanted to be like, his big bro, He always says, he's like, I didn't meet Floyd until I was already a millionaire. People have this misconception of AB where it's like, oh, well, Floyd mentored you. Like, Floyd didn't mentor him, none. AB was already a millionaire making big money. He didn't really come across Floyd until after the Paulie Malignaggi fight. And then now all of a sudden you have an influence in your ear saying, hey, move up to 147, see what you can do. Because I think personally, Floyd knew. He knew, hey, he may not win this fight because AB
no. Go ahead.
Let me AB was on the trajectory of being bigger than Floyd because Floyd did not have anything to stand on during that time in the sense of to keep what he was doing going. He needed a name that he can build himself off of in the sense of staying relevant. He didn't have anyone he could fight at the time to stay relevant. So what ended up happening? AB got convinced, I don't know by who, move up to 147, fight Madonna. Well, Madonna wasn't even a big name at the time. Madonna was not a big name. Where did this come from? AB has never fought at 147. AB didn't come across Floyd and start using him as a mentor and advisor until the Madonna fight came. And let me tell you this as well, because I'm an AB fan. Who was the advisor of AB when he fought Madonna and when he fought Sean Porter? Floyd was right there for both. Both of those fights should not have happened. AB should not have been at 147 for those two fights as young as he was. AB shouldn't have worried about 147 until he got into his 30s. So, yes, it's speculation. Yes, it's rumors. But at the end of the day, I think Floyd saw the potential in AB. Floyd saw, okay, AB wants to be like me. He can be just as big as me. And it has been proven his longevity and when it comes to his popularity because of right now, how many people remember all of his quotes. And I think Floyd did the smart business move. He did what was best for him. AB is looked at as my little bro, even though we not really that cool. Because AB's been came out and said, like, me and Floyd was never that close. But the perception to the public was that they were. He losing to Maidana. Floyd's like, I'm going to revenge my little bro. Floyd's more of a natural 147er than AB is. He's much bigger. So I'm not saying any of that's true. But I'm like, when you connect the dots, when you look at the dots, it's like, it's hard, in my opinion, hard to deny that Floyd set up AB for failure. And obviously, I'm not taking the blame away from AB. A lot of that blame comes on AB as well because he didn't have the team around him to say, hey, yo, you don't need to listen to Floyd. But AB's made it clear, like, you know, he's like, I love Floyd. I want to be like Floyd. So whatever he said, I did. So, yeah, that's my personal thing.
Now, when you say that, this is where the criticism from me comes from, right? And now, mind you, the first thing was AB jumping from 35 to 47, right? When he made that jump, he didn't make that jump to fight Maidana. He made that jump to fight Malignaggi, and he beat Malignaggi. Paulie Malignaggi at that current moment in time was looked at one of the best individuals at 147. It is what it is. I'm not saying he was a top 3 guy in the division. Can you disagree with that?
I won't disagree with the top 3 guy, but a lot of people knew Paulie Malignaggi. That's that fluence right now. I'm sorry, y'all, but we all knew he was definitely not a top tier 147.
He wasn't the good. We knew he wasn't the goods, but he still was at that current moment in time one of the individuals at the top of the division.
And remember what I said. Wait, I'm not going to be long, but remember what I said. He didn't meet Floyd and start advising until after that fight.
Okay, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with that. And let me make Paulie Malignaggi, I believe, before his fight with Adrien Broner, right? I don't know. He was long. I will say he was longer in the tooth at that moment in time, but he still was a spry fighter. And outside of what he lost to Ricky Hatton, I remember that. Maybe did he lose to, I believe, Miguel Cotto? Those are the 2 losses I remember. I don't know anybody else. Do you remember anybody else who beat him? Exactly. And so when AB made that transition and put on really, you know what I'm saying, what was it wasn't a domination, but it was a clear victory for AB. You know what I'm saying? It was a clear victory. It
But it
wasn't
was
no
entertaining because of what AB did leading
did
up to the fight. It
and
was more
and,
outside the
and
arena,
even
inside.
after the fight, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just AB. He had that fight right there was prime
It was your
AB.
first time
And
in boxing, bro.
yeah.
You don't
That's
see
when
that no
you
more.
wait, man. I want to see Nick, and that's the thing. You know, it was so crazy. We listen out, like I said, Brian Norman Jr. was doing the interview today. And he was like, man, I think I beat these dudes, but man, I got to be humble, this, that, whatever. In the comments, you know what niggas was saying? Man, fuck that humble shit, man. Talk your shit, bro. Man, in boxing, bro. Boxing is a man's sport, bro. Like, everybody don't like boxing. It is what it is. And if you like boxing because, man, the bravado that come with it, niggas talking they shit that come, like, all of that play a part of the sport, bro.
But to
Man,
be fair,
hold on,
though,
real quick. Last thing. Then I want to hear you on this one. Muhammad Ali. What Muhammad Ali did? Oh, he talked big shit. Man, come on now. This is what we need in this sport, but that's the problem. I will say once again, going into what you brought up earlier, the red pit. That's the problem. Oh, you can't be. You talk that shit now. You're misogynistic. You're homophobic, and everything else
exactly.
in the world. Niggas
I'm like,
scared. They
to be
scared to
fair,
talk. It's ridiculous.
not only in that aspect where the audience looks at you in a certain way, where it's like, I don't like. It's weird because now you see people being like, why is he so confident? Like he's being cocky. I don't like seeing that. Like it's not only in the audience and the people in the fan base who's saying it, but look at the promoters. Like, what if I always constantly say, I know I don't want to bring it back to it, but Keith Thurman was never liked by PBC because even though his talk might have been corny, a lot of people like Keith Thurman sound corny. He spoke his mind. Like, if we look at all of the fighters, especially with PBC or even with with anyone who is vocal, how many of them are looked at as in a good light? This is why I love Jamel Charlo. Jamel Charlo is one of my favorite fighters. But when you want to talk about the Charlo twins, who does everyone talk about? Jamal. Why? Because Jamal doesn't talk as much shit as Jamel. So for some reason, we've had this shift in boxing where it's like the more you
No,
talk and the more
it's not
confident you
boxing.
are.
It's
Well,
not
yeah, it's not
boxing.
just boxing. Yeah, you're right.
It's
It's
a
not.
shift. It's a shift in the culture that we live in, and it's so interesting because I know myself and I got a corporate job, right? I got a good, nice little job. I'm good. I'm decent. You feel
Yeah,
me?
same here. Same.
But the thing is that so I work with a lot of black women, right? A lot of black women.
Oh man,
Oh,
God bless you.
and when I say, I mean older black women, people who are old enough to be my
God bless you.
my grandmother, my aunts and uncles, that age black women. You know what I'm saying? They look at me. They got children my age, right? And so what I realized is I would go in there and because I'm younger, I will say I've always had, and now hell, I've been working in my company 12 years now. So I got out of college, got this job, and I don't work my way up. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. So, but at the same time, because I done been here so long, I done worked around them, and you know they want to take you in as a son, as this. Okay, cool. But because they do that, guess what I can do then? I can be real. I can be myself. And when I start doing it, what I realize is, bruh, they do not like it. If you come in with, well, they do like it. Let me rephrase it. They do like it. They like that strong man mentality, right?
Yeah, they
The
like it on
problem,
a personal level, but on a corporate level, they're like,
there
wait,
we
hold
go.
on. On a personal, they're like, "Ooh, okay. On a
No, no,
corporate, they're like, wait, hold up. I can't let this
hold
fly.
on. That's look, on a personal level. They'll say things to me like, well, nah, you know, and they'll make certain references. It wouldn't be something like a man like you want to be a part of. Okay, I got you. I understand what you're talking about. But then they might come and you say, I would say something like, well, you know, naturally it's a man's role to lead. That's just natural. That's nature. And next thing you know, I'm misogynistic. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never been reported nothing like that. But
That's
they'll
why.
pull me. They'll pull you to the side and try to school you old school and be like, well, in here now you can't say that. Why not? If y'all saying what y'all saying, why I can't say it? Okay.
But see, Dub, that's why sometimes like I want to do I want to do like where we talking is like it's not just on sports. Like I want to just do like we just talking about some real shit because I'm like,
hey, man, you should start a
what
podcast. We should start our own little podcast.
bro. I'm like, it don't always got to be sports. You know what I'm saying?
Just talking real life shit, man. Real life shit.
Because I'm like, even on that, where it's weird because I'm like, those same women in their life, if they dealing with a man, they want the man to have that mindset. But if they're not dealing with the man, it is just somebody who they're working with or someone who's around them. When they hear that, they're like, oh, what?
No.
I don't want to hear that. But it's like, the man you pick, that's what you want.
Wait a minute. This is the craziest part. And this is, so mind you, I got probably like, well, let me see. In our office, right? I'm talking about just on our floor. We got 150 people on our floor, right? And well, I work from home now, but this was before COVID. I mean, pre-COVID. So my director, she black lady. My manager, right? White male, right? Marty. And Marty is my guy. I still rock with Marty today. Me and him, we'll chop it up. Then though, everything under Marty, all black women and me. Maybe one older, like we had Elson at one time. He got laid off. They got rid of his ass. Like we had Mike. So Mike, you know what I'm saying? Me and Mike, I always looked at Mike as somebody, we were very similar as far as how we can control a room, how we can speak to people, how people gonna have love for you. You know what I'm saying? So me and Mike, since I've been there, Mike, he retired last year as well too. So, but just saying, it was a certain structure outside of me and Mike. Like I said, they got rid of Elson. Then I got Marty, and then everything else is black women, bro. Like it's all black women, bro. And I ain't got no problem with it. Salute to the black women. Much love. They all making good money. I ain't mad at it. They taking care of theirs. My problem is when it's at that level and it's at that volume, the structure of the household, because this is a decent, hell, this is a really good paying job, bro. Like the people who was working for me, because they had more seniority, union, everything. I didn't have no union, but I'm managing them. They making more money than I'm making. And I'm saying like, hold on, how the fuck y'all making $130,000, bro? I ain't making 130. How y'all doing that? Well, I understand it because they got anywhere between 20 to 45 years of service. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get their raise every year. So I understand that. I understand that piece. My thing is what the hell are the black men? It ain't none in there, bro. It ain't.
Well, this is the thing that I've noticed, like, because I'm like in the company I work for, like I'm the only black dude who works there. Like it's crazy. Like I stay in Memphis. Memphis is majority black, but the company
bro,
I
this
work
was
for,
in Atlanta, bro. I was in Atlanta.
I'm in a majority. I'm the only black dude. All of it white men, white women, and it's very interesting because, and you see the statistics change, and this is why a lot of us. That's why I want to do. I do want to do a podcast outside of sports because it's like we're not always just about talking sports. We're always not about what's going. It's like it's very interesting to see the decline, and I don't know if this is universal, but just off of what I see, the decline in us as black men putting ourselves in the positions where we understand that we're being not only marginalized, but what is being marginalized, we need to overcome that and put ourselves in a position where we're being respected.
See, and this is the problem right here. We don't have enough individuals. You just use one of the best words in my opinion that a black man can have. Overcome. You're gonna have trouble, nigga. You need to
We're not willing to do it.
You gotta overcome shit, bro. And I don't think, man, I just don't think that mentality is there anymore. One of the reasons it ain't there no more is because
settling.
Because so many black men have been raised by black women respectfully, and they have taken on the female characteristics of that black woman.
Too many men
And
thinking that they should be taken care of by somebody else. Like y'all not putting yourself in a position where you need to
niggas don't
struggle.
even want to work, bro.
Even if they want
Niggas,
to work, they want the bare minimum. And when they work and they have a good opportunity, they're not putting they all into it. They thinking we should just be giving something. It's like you don't understand, like, bro, what you're competing against. Not only are you competing against people that are already looked at above you, but you're also competing against people that even if they are looked at above you, their work ethic might be on the same level as you. So what does that mean? I know y'all
what
want to complain and say, "Oh, I got to work that much harder," but
you
yeah,
do,
you do.
you do.
You do, and you have to accept it. And if you don't want to be in a position where you're obviously okay and comfortable and be able to continue living in life, that's your problem. Don't complain and say it has something to do with your. Yes, obviously you're going to be looked at as your skin color, but that's just a life we live in. You have to work harder. You have to be willing to be better than these other people. You have to be willing to make these people who don't look at you in a certain way say, "Well, damn,
He
I
doing
got
the
to keep these
goddamn thing.
motherfuckers. I got to keep them around." I may
Hold
not.
on, now listen to this. Listen to this. It's gonna sound crazy. Whenever I go to a job, right? My first goal at my job is to be invisible. Why do I want to be invisible? Because I
Yes,
talk
talk about
I
it.
talk to my manager. I talk to my manager and get what he say. Hey, if you don't talk to me for a couple weeks, that's a good thing. You damn right it is. So I'm gonna be invisible first. That's my first goal is to be invisible. You ain't gotta. Hey, what? When you contact me, it's because we got a one-on-one that we need to go over whatever that you need to meet your number. All right, let's talk about it. Outside of that, you're not gonna get escalations from me. People not gonna be contacting you about something I haven't done. That's not gonna happen. Why? Because my first job is to be invisible. Now, once I've been invisible, right? I've been invisible for 6 months. And then I said, hey, okay, this person right here, or we need somebody to back up the TSP, or oh yeah, I'll do it. And then I'm invisible at that job too. As long as I'm not being seen, that means that when it's time for me to be seen, I'm being seen. And people don't understand that. Put your work in early and you'll reap the benefits on the back end. But that's what you gotta do. Man, this food talk
Don't
about it,
don't
man. My
don't
bad, my
talk
bad, bro.
about
My
it.
bad.
Don't talk about it. Show it first, and then when let other people talk about it. And when other people talk about it, still don't even talk about it. Just continue it because I'm like a lot of times, just us as black men, you got to understand, man. It's unfortunate, man, because like I don't like to like don't complain or nothing, but we're in such a bad position right now is because us as black men, we're complaining the most, but we're also not showcasing the most in the sense that we're not putting the work ethic. You're complaining because you're not in the same position as before because a lot of these black women, what they're doing is they're going out and they're getting the bag. And so now a lot of us we're saying like, oh well, this and that and that. It's like no, stop allowing that to give you a reason to be even more lazy. It's like people are gonna keep looking at you in the same light. And like this is me. I know it sounds fucked up. I'm trying to put this in a like
No,
a nice
no, no,
way.
no, 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 no. And this is the problem. I gotta stop you. This don't sound fucked up. No, it doesn't. It's the truth. At some point in time, we got to tell the truth about what's going on. If I can go out here and see this, I can tell you, somebody like myself, right? Nope, hadn't always been the model of anything. Hell, I ain't never been the model of nothing. But guess what? Guess what? I guarantee you. I guarantee that if you go talk to people I work with, guess what they're gonna say? Yeah. He gonna get it done. No. You want him. You want him on your team. I got references. I got references now. And the
Our
reason I
worst
got references is simply because they've seen me in action. I done
our
been
worst
in. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead, brother.
our worst enemy is black men is consistency.
Facts.
That's it. It's
Facts.
consistency because the reason why now, especially in today's day and age, consistency doesn't breed compliments. It doesn't bring acknowledgement. Consistency just means you're going to be consistent and you're going to sustain. Nowadays, that's not enough. And that's the problem. Black women, they're in a point where they weren't used to that. So now they're okay with that. So
No,
now
no,
they're in
no,
an
no,
elevated
no.
position.
No, wait a minute.
It's
And
not.
I want to hold on. I
Black
want
women
to
are way more consistent with
wait,
working their job.
wait a minute. I want to understand what you're saying. I want to understand what you're saying because I'm not agreeing nor disagreeing. I want to when you say consistency, right?
I
Consistency
mean,
as far as the job goes, consistency as far
life,
because a lot of these niggas ain't even got jobs. They ain't even going for their job. So we can't even get too consistent if you ain't even tried to get the job.
but
So
that's my point. It start like having a discipline starts with consistency. It starts with I'm gonna wake up at this time. I'm gonna look for this. I'm gonna do this, and it's gonna be the same thing over and over. Black women have become a professional at this in the last 10 to 15 years because they never had the opportunity to do that. They always was like, okay, I got to be a housewife. I got to listen to me. Now that everything, the dynamic has changed, women have become, especially black women, have become a lot more okay and sustainable when it comes to consistency. They're fine with that. There's a lot of black women who are single mothers who are fine with going to work every day and just providing for their kid. When you look at a black man, they're not okay with that because in their heads they feel like they're worth more than what. That's like I shouldn't just be having to do this shit. Like, that's what I see a lot, and I don't want to make this like sound bad, but that is what shit is changing into, and it's an unfortunate. It's unfortunate rather than understanding like consistency breeds accomplishments. Consistency brings progress, but it doesn't come into the it doesn't come as fast as you want it. And we're so focused on getting money fast as far as black males rather than the reason why black females aren't worried about that is because they've always been in a position where they've been somewhat we have been marginalized as well, but males have always had the opportunity to make more than women, even though there's the wage gap is somewhat of a conspiracy.
are you a
But
feminist? Are you a feminist?
hell no,
Okay. Hey,
not even
okay. Go
close.
ahead. He
But I'm
said,
just
hell
realistic
no. Hell
because
no.
I'm just realistic because
Hell
I'm in
no.
the field that I'm in the field that I'm in, and I only talk to a black person once every I don't know how many moons. So I'm like, that's not a coincidence. That's a correlation. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like obviously everything is biased based off of what you're dealing with, but I have to go off of what I'm dealing with. And it's like from what I see is I talk to a lot more black women who are trying to get it. Now they may not be married, they may not have a man, but they're trying to get it. And it's
That's the
very few
problem,
black
though.
men
See, so
that
this
are
is the
doing the same thing.
this is the whole. The shit is really simple, bro. It's really and when I say it's simple, it's not simple. It's not simple at all. But the concept is very simple. The concept is, but making it happen is that's a whole nother story versus the
Yeah,
concept.
it's hard to part.
It and when you have shout out to the strong black women, shout out to them
Salute to
because
them. There's a lot of them
and,
out there. I'm still trying to find something.
keep doing your thing. This there's a dynamic there though. There's a huge dynamic there. And the problem is one or two things happen. Either you run into either you run into somebody that you can deal with, or you run into somebody you can't deal with. That's the dynamic. And so the problem comes, what can't you deal with? Why
Yeah,
can't you deal with it? And how do you overcome that?
tolerance level as well.
You got to overcome it. At the same time, if I'm going to overcome it as a man, I need that same understanding from the female that, hey, this is the situation, and respectfully, of course, this is always respectfully, but I'm like what I would say is a man needs to lead, and if you're unable to lead, and you allow the female to lead you,
Have a lot
then
of problems.
unfortunately the household doesn't that shit don't it doesn't gel together. It doesn't gel how it's supposed to. The reason being is because the brother, we animals like all the other animals, right?
Right.
And if you look at the primal instincts of animals, who leads? The
Let me
male
ask you.
leads. The male leads. And so at the end of the day, I understand the different movements, and I'm not against them. Well, I am to some degree against them, to be honest. I don't agree with some of that shit. It is what it
Yo,
is. Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead, my bad.
nah, no extra shit. What I want to do because I'm like tonight. I didn't want to go too long. I wasn't even planning to go live, but what you finna be on tomorrow, Dub? Because I'm gonna go live for the Lakers game tomorrow. What you finna be on tomorrow?
Oh man, so tomorrow's supposed to be my first Cowboys. What time you going live? What time you going live?
Let me see what time the Lakers game's at because I don't even know what
So,
time.
I got two things late night tomorrow. I'll let you know how it's gonna work out. 8:30. My brother Knockout, he does this show. Man, real quick. I
Nine.
didn't.
It'll be 9 Central, so it'll be 10 your time. So I'll be probably going live around 9.
So
8:30.
this is the. So what time? My time? It'll be
It'll
10.
probably be like 10 o'clock your time.
This okay. So Knockout. They got a debate, or he got a debate going tomorrow. It's Nick J. I gotta see the Queen debate, man. Shout out to Nick J. She is a boxing fanatic. She's debating my brother Southern T. And guess what? They're debating David Benavidez, Caleb Plant. I'm excited for that. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna. So I definitely will be tuned into it. I know you and Zen, y'all do y'all thing on them damn Lakers, man. I don't know
Well, no,
what
I
y'all.
don't know if I don't know if this go, but I just know I know tomorrow, like, because I'm like today was my little day off. I didn't go to the gym, so I'm like I didn't even think I was gonna go live tonight. But I seen the Adrien Broner. I was like Adrien Broner on Fresh and Fit. That doesn't even match up. So it's like I was
Well,
gonna
last
watch
thing.
it regardless type shit. But go ahead.
I'll probably have to lead it. I either wait for that to finish, but at the end of the day, God damn, boy, you on them, ain't you? I'm gonna be. Excuse me. I gotta cover my dogs. Man, what you want? You going live to? I gotta cover my dogs, the championship, and I gotta cover the Cowboys. That's supposed to be tomorrow. I may push it off. What you got, man? Talk to me. God damn.
Yeah, man. Hey, look. Hey, man. If you want to join them on tomorrow, we're gonna be live for the Lakers game tomorrow. Lakers versus I think it was Dallas Mavericks. No, it wasn't Dallas. So the Lakers. I think it was Dallas. Hold on.
Man,
Yeah,
Fluke.
Lakers versus Dallas tomorrow. So I'm gonna be live for that 9 o'clock. Might be a little bit later, but we're gonna go live for that. We're gonna have a fun time. You feel me? But any last words you want to tell the people, Dub? You know what I'm saying? Had a good time for you coming over. Any last words you want to say to people, man?
Be safe, brother. And man, hey, we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. You know, I rock with you. And
Always, man.
hey, it's always love, brother. Always love.
Always appreciate you up in here, man. As always, man. Enjoy your night for once. Surprisingly, we ending early. It's a surprising thing, but I started early too, so so you know the correlation makes sense. But much appreciation. Salute to Adrien Broner. That was I won't say it was a great interview. It was an okay interview. There were some good points. There was also a lot of bad points, but nonetheless, man, at the end of the day, it ended up, you know what I'm saying, me and Sub Dub. I appreciate everything you had to say. But we're gonna get up out of here, man, for the night. Salute, double salute as always.
Much love,
Stay
brother.
blessed.
Much love. Much love.
Much love.
If y'all don't know, I don't know who else done said this. I stole double salute from my
I know
brother.
you tell niggas
So
all.
if anybody else is doing the double salute, bro, I'm gonna
You
tell
already
you
know.
who stole it, bro. Hey, I'm giving you the credit, bro. I'm giving you the credit.
Always. I appreciate you.
Much love, bro. Much love.
Much love. Enjoy your night, man. Make sure y'all have a good night, man. And we're gonna be back tomorrow. You already know what it is. I'm out.